Namaste and welcome everyone to Satsang. There was another interesting song called We Are the World. Healing the world. Heal yourself. For you are the world. If we want to change the world, we have to change ourselves. And healing means to become whole. As we become whole and we heal ourselves, the world heals. There is no abstract world that we're engaging in. That world really signifies relationships. The relationship that we establish, that we create. So it all starts with us. You want to bring a change in the world and heal the world, change yourself. The crisis is really not in the world. The crisis is actually in consciousness. Because there's no objective, concrete world that exists independently from the perceiver of that world. You live in the world that you create. You want to change the world, you change yourself. And the best way to heal the world and change yourself is to engage and enter into a meditative process. In fact, the word meditation, the root word medi, it has two meanings. It means to see, an inward seeing, because it's connected to the Sanskrit term dhyana, and it means to heal, as in medicine and medication, to bring balance. As you're meditating, you are establishing balance. You are healing yourself. And you're bringing about a change in your very consciousness. And as you transform your consciousness, you become whole. And as the song said, be God's glow. And you begin to glow, illuminate. And that illumination affects the whole of humanity. It's for the benefit of all sentient beings. When you meditate and you change, when you bring about a change in your consciousness, that affects the whole of humanity. If anyone have a question or comment they'd like to share. And what is the change? You know, I can say more, but I like to give an opportunity. The change that we look for is not the change of the self that you are, the real self that you are. That self never changes. The change is really in the misidentification that we all are engaged in the creation of this personality of who we think we are. And the popular term that is used to represent that is ego. That is the change that must take place. When you change, that change is really being removed from the identification that you have acquired not really even of your own making. It's a social construct, this ego personality that we identify with. The person and people that we think we are is not who we really are. That's where the change has to take place. And the meditation, where that helps, it helps in bringing forth a seeing of the falseness of this person that you think you are. You got to disrupt that whole thinking process that keeps it going to make you think that you are this person, which is really only appearance and consciousness. That's where the change is to take place.
So the change is really revealing.
It's a revelation.
Right. It's because if it's changing something that if you are already there, exists, there is nothing really to be changed in you. There is the change is sort of a word to signify to see the real who you
really are. Right. Because the truth is not really lost. Our attention is just not in the right place in terms of discovering what is always present. Reality can never be lost. The truth can never really be lost. But there can be an obscuration which prevents you from seeing the truth. And you can take something that is not true to be the truth and be misled by that. So when that which is false appearing to be true, this ego personality, when there is a seeing of that, that very perception dissolves it. And then who you really are is revelatory. It reveals itself. So you can't go looking for the truth. Search for the truth. Even though at times that may be advised to you, go search and look for the truth initially, but you eventually will find out that there must be beholding of that which is false and seeing it for what it is. And as that falls away, your real self, the truth, reveals itself. It's difficult in this society because there's so much that goes against the grain of spiritual development. There's not much in the way that society is constructed to reinforce and enhance and support and complement spiritual practices, because everything is more economically and politically focused and driven. It's not that much interest in rising up consciousness and bringing forth spiritually aware people, because if we were spiritually aware, then we can't be exploited. And this is a capitalist society, so that's not the objective and aim of the institutions that are calling themselves educational institutions. That's not their objective. And even the culture itself technically is not really a culture here in the West, because culture is supposed to move human beings toward their maturation process where you become conscious. So we really kind of go against the grain being here in this society, but nevertheless we must do what it is our purpose to do, which is to fulfill the purpose of life, which is to come to know the life that we are expressing ourselves here in this realm. And it's a healing process. We are healers. All of us are healers.